Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another coffee rant with Dano. Today we are drinking Dunkin' coffee. We have some things we need to discuss. The more I watch the idiot box, the more we turn on that TV, the more and more it looks like we are getting more and more involved in things that are going on in the Middle East and beyond. Guys, it is time to prepare. It is time to check for those sales, but at the same time, I would start getting things you need because at any given time, this could spiral out of control. I don't trust anything that I'm hearing on TV as to where nobody really should. But just diving into it here, we're not, as far as food shortages and stuff like that, we're probably going to do a separate video on that here shortly. But I wanted to discuss some of this going on. Okay, because we always talk about preparation on the channel, and everybody always, a lot of people always say it's too late. It's never too late. Start now. Start now. And I'm not hitting the panic button here, okay, as to where it may sound that way. I gotta, it's a little freaky. If you're watching, some of the different news networks, you probably see what's going on. And I've been flipping back and through, checking out things that happened in Mexico and the thing with Maine and all of that going on. Our thoughts and prayers are with everybody involved in that. It's really sad event, but I'll tell you, it's all sad. It is just, I feel like it is the topic of discussion of 2023 on this channel anyway has been whirlwind of events, hurricane of events that has just, it has just been so much different things going on that it's hard to really keep up, from train derailments to factory fires to just things that just keep happening. It's like every week, every time you open up your laptop and you look into Google or the news, at least for me, it's just a line of different things that it's hard to swallow sometimes, some of these things you read, and this stuff going on with the thing over in Middle East. Looks like we're getting more and more involved. At least that's what the TV is showing, So by that, though, and what I wanted to talk about this morning is what we've been talking about over the last, couple weeks, pretty hard here since all this started. But this is really what we've been talking about, the entire time since we put the channel together. Stock up on the sales as you see them. There's nothing changed in that. We are expecting prices to go up from this. This is I'm telling you right now, if we didn't know it before, we know it now. Prices are gonna be going up. I have to say, next to certain holiday items that holiday foods and stuff, maybe some Christmas deals or stuff like that, which won't be the deals like we've seen in the past. But we need to pay attention to these things because as they come along, we need to make sure that we're stocking up on the things that we need, right? Certain baking items, different foods, flashlights, candles, fishing gear. I don't like it. What I will talk a little bit about is, things today are a lot different than they were 50, 60 years ago during like the Cold War. There's technology. There are things that people can just push a button and things work automatically. You can push a button and hundreds of things work automatically, and that's a situation. That's something that we have to keep an open eye on. It's bad enough we got to keep one eye open toward, our yards and everything these days, but to have to sit here and worry about some kind of catastrophic event or Armageddon, I hate to just throw it out there like that, but this is something that could literally trigger a spiral of events of no return. And the best way that I can see to deal with that is to, one, make sure you got food, make sure you got plenty of water. I didn't really even know where to start with this video. I have so many things that I want to talk about that we're going to kind of maybe split off into another video. Maybe I'll do like a part 2 tonight or something. But, and that's another thing too. Some of the things that we're discussing right now could change in the next few hours. You're always going to get 100% honesty out of me, at least what I believe of the situation and what we need to think. The not knowing is always the knowing that I need to prepare for whatever kind of situation. Whether it's a hurricane, whether it's something that happened like up in Maine, it's good to prepare yourself because this is the world we live in, guys. It's sad to say, but this is the world we live in. And I don't, some of the stuff that I'm hearing of what's going on over in the Middle East, and I will just refer to it as the Middle East. It just, the way it looks on the news, the way it looks online, you have a lot of people out here that are just, I feel like they're trying to get people scared, is what it is. And I'm not saying that they're completely wrong because a lot of this stuff could happen. Will it? I hope not, right? But we're not going to be any less prepared, right? Because that's what we do. That is the ultimate focus on this channel, is to make sure that everybody is able to save money on food. Well, I do believe it's a good time that if you haven't been stocking up on anything, if you don't have some extra canned goods, if you don't have some extra sugar or flour or things of means to make your own foods, it might be a good time to stock up on some of that stuff. Maybe devise a plan. Don't even get on your computer. Get you one of them little 35-cent notebooks and start writing it down. When you write things out, I still write things out. I write out things that we talk about in these coffee rants. I jot notes down. Sure, I could do that on my computer. But when you write it down, you remember it. That's what we learned in school. When you write it down, you will remember it. That is a very important thing. And if you're devising a plan between you and your family and what you would do in a situation like this, then it's good that all of you are on the same page. No pun intended. Maybe all of you write it down. Maybe if you have a family, maybe jot ideas and go around in a circle. Like, well, what's your thoughts? Now, obviously, we don't want to, you don't want to scare your kids, but you can make this into like some kind of game or something, to make it fun. Like what kind of flashlight should we use? What are the best battery? I don't know. I'm just kind of spitballing here, but you can make it fun while at the same time making it educational. Because it's serious, guys. I mean, it really is. I mean, I can't, it just doesn't, either way, it doesn't look good. I just got done watching some of the news. It's really early here. I wanted to get this, I was having trouble with my other video that I was doing, but I wanted to make sure I had something out here for you guys. I just wanted to talk about some of this kind of, these things going on because, there's a lot. There's a lot, and it's all ugly. I will just say that. It is all ugly. Turn on the news, and I hate watching the news. That's the sad thing. But I do it to just get whatever little bit of information because everything in there's a grain of truth, right? This, whatever happened, or, it's like we can see what's going on, right? For every second that I have to be able to prepare in case something stupid happens, well, that's a good thing. That's how I look at it. Like, if something bad happens, at least maybe I'm a little bit ahead of the game, and, a lot of different social media followers, a lot of people on YouTube, who are probably better talkers than I am, are out here probably discussing a lot of things. And that's great. I think, it's good that we can get information out there. I don't go into the drastic stuff as some of these people do because I don't want to freak nobody out. As much as I've never encouraged panic buying in the stores, I don't ever encourage panicking in any situation because that is not good. That's going to make you make irrational decisions and do stupid things. maybe not stupid, but the thought process. I'm a thinker. I need to make sure that everything is drawn out in a way to where not just me, but everyone around me can understand. Guys, I'll tell you, it's a long winter coming. I think this is something that if we prepare now a little bit or a lot, however you want to. Again, no judgment here. Do whatever you want. People say, people call people things, hoarders, preppers, whatever you want to call it. This is what we do. We're not hoarders. I mean, I guess not. I mean, I find good deals at the store every day. I mean, I'm buying up sales left and right and things that we're going to use in the future. I look at that as a smart investment, right? I mean, things that I'm going to use to eat, right? I'm saving money. At the same time, I look at what the cost was 2 years ago for things, and I'm still eating the same canned goods that I got for $1. Now they're $2. Saved half. I mean, it adds up over time. You can even go the next mile and get a lot of these different recipes. Maybe learn how to can your own goods. We have a lot of people on the channel that do can their own goods. I think that's awesome. You can really save money by doing that. It is, it's healthy. It's therapeutic. It's something that is good for the soul to know what you're putting in to your different items, to what you're eating. I think it's great. We're limited on space for a lot of different things here. For one, I would like to get a deep freezer. I know they have like the smaller ones and everything, but we are literally out of space. I mean, we have no space. And our freezer's always full of a lot of Kroger mixed vegetables that I got for 99 cents the other day. Oh, geez. Yeah, guys, I didn't want to. I wasn't sure how I was going to do this video. Had a video last night that completely screwed up on me. The way I do videos in stores and stuff like that, sometimes I have like huge collages of clips, and sometimes they just get, all mixed up, and I just wasn't able to get it out. I was up really late. And but I will either, if it doesn't work out, we'll figure something else out. I might have to redo the whole thing. Life of what I do here, but that's okay. You guys give me motivation every day to do these videos for you guys because of such heartfelt comments that you guys give us, so much appreciation. That's something we were talking about the other day, and I really appreciated reading all of those comments about everybody who has been going around thanking workers. All the employee problems and employee shortages, people that don't like their job, stuff like that. Show them a little bit of appreciation. Lots of people have been doing that apparently, and that is awesome, and that is why I love our channel here. I love our YouTube community. Me and Jessica were reading some of them together. I just thought that was really awesome. Go up and thank, you're walking outside to your car, thank the guy pushing the carts. It's going to be winter soon. That same guy or girl is going to be out there pushing them carts, even when there's ice on the ground. And you know what? I always see the same people working the same jobs pushing those carts. They've been working at the same stores around here for years. They haven't left. They love their job. They love it. Right? I mean, and that's awesome. And I thank every one of them. I went into Kroger here for a few things. My mom is retiring. We had a retirement luncheon with her today with her work. I was invited. That was a lot of fun. And it was really exciting for her. She's, it's been a long time coming. Happy for mom here to retire. We're going to be, I don't want to give nothing away because we got some things going on next week that I'll probably do videos on, which will be fun. It'll be fun, be a little more enlightening, some things, get away from some of the doom and gloom. But I will continue to report on everything going on. Even though there's things I won't say on here, right? Because I don't, some of the things, but you know what I'm talking about. We'll just leave it as Middle East and all the involvements of everything going on. The one thing I can say as it pertains to the channel is that the prices are definitely going to be going up. Mark my words. If we knew they were anyway. We know certain items that are. We know where the shortages are. I'm starting to write out another map of where the shortages are coming from. It's like a spider event, just like it was 2 years ago. I knew this is how it was going. When I originally did this, back close to when we first started the channel, we noticed a lot of different things going on. I could literally narrow it down to the truck route of different areas that weren't getting the same products. I knew that if Indiana wasn't getting sugar, well, then it was either off of I-70 or I-40, right? 70 would have affected us because of the connection with 71 and 75 going through Dayton, right? And then that would have and sugar was just an example, but it was many different products. But we're starting to see things kind of like that again because we have our main arteries that are being affected. I started thinking about that with Pennsylvania, Boston, Connecticut, or not Connecticut, New Hampshire, certain veins of truck lane, truck routes, and we were talking about some of the different shortages on some shortages on peanut butter. Let me know down in the comments if you've seen any shortages on peanut butter. Somebody sent me a email from New Hampshire. I don't know what store it was, but it was like they were completely out of peanut butter. It was very, very weird looking. They had a few Jif, but that was it. Even their store brand was gone. I'm not sure what the name of the store was, though. Let's see. But, these are things that that I am doing, on the side because we're trying to put together, where these things are coming from to make it easier, right? Or if we know what direction it's coming, we can quickly get this information out to you. Like, take, for instance, the whole salt debacle, right? Salt, for whatever reason, it's been both. Normally it's either Morton's or store brand, but it's been both. One week we'll have Morton's, a few things of Morton's, and then Kroger brand will be out, right? And then the next 2 weeks, Morton's will be gone. Well, the more and more people have commented on these things, I've kind of like jotted down on my little map thing of where it's coming from. It's a lot out west. It was a lot out west a couple months ago, right after it hit here. Now it's coming back because I've seen a lot less salt in the stores again. Not an issue, not a major issue. It's just an example I'm using. But, it's kind of how we do the tracker. The tracking these things down. That way we know at least a little bit, at least maybe a little bit. And I could be completely wrong. It could be completely off and I'm just like getting lucky finding out where they are. But really that's not the case because that's why we also mention about kind of abbreviating your city and state because that way I know where this happened. Okay, so you're in, you're in Chicago, Illinois, okay, or you're in Tulsa, Oklahoma, or Kansas City. That's what I do, and it's like, and then we see the map, right? I know how to read a map and see where the major routes are, the major arteries through the country and the different truck routes, which there's a lot, but you start to see a trend in things, just like you do in the grocery stores. I see trends in everything. I see trends in us getting in more, getting in knee deep in problems that this country does not need to get in. And I don't mean certain things. I don't mean you don't help people out. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is that we have I don't know. I feel like our country has a bad habit of just getting way in over their head. Let's just say that. And again, where's all this money coming from? And I'm not going to go into where it's going or how it's going or stuff like that, but we know where it's going and we know that a lot of money, it's like we can't feed the poor here, but boy, we've got hundreds of billions of dollars, trillions. I can't even count that. I'm good at math. I can't even figure that out. I just don't where is this money coming from? they're just magically, I mean, I understand, they raised the deficit or whatever, but it's like, I feel like, money is just getting thrown up in the air here. You don't think that's going to make matters worse? I don't know, guys. I don't know. I just started doing anytime I see big numbers like that and I see numbers going out different ways and different things, and I start thinking to myself, like, how is this even possible? And we may know some of the answers to that. I won't talk about it. Feel free to talk about it in the comments, though, if you wish. Please keep it PG-13. No cussing, please. I am getting very tired of taking comments down. I don't know what it is. I have it set up to where YouTube takes these down, but there's been a lot sliding through. Keep in mind, we try to keep this as family as possible. I don't want people on here reading cuss words all day long. I understand it is a frustrating event, guys. I mean, it really is. The whole thing, everything about this is frustrating. Oh, excuse me. Oh, came on quick. A little bit of coffee here. Finally starting to wake up. It is very early. You guys are probably all asleep right now. It's 5 in the morning. 5 in the morning. Like I said, I had trouble making the video last night, and I'll tell you what, when something like that happens, it's like I do this every day. I don't take days off. I do this every day, and I think it's just been really hard for me to sleep because that whole video got screwed up. And I've just been thinking, well, you know what? If it screws up completely, I will wake up about the same time I always get up, but I don't do a video this early usually. But yeah, it's been a interesting coffee rant with you guys this morning. I do appreciate hanging out with you guys, drinking coffee. It's fun. Also, too, people have been saying, like, how do I drink coffee so late at night? The nighttime coffee rants are actually, like, in the middle of the afternoon, usually. So, but I can drink coffee at night. If I do, it's a very light coffee. But yeah, the videos are put out at night, but usually I'm filming them in the mid-afternoon. It takes me that long, guys. I mean, it's a process to put these videos out every day. But yeah, just somebody said in a comment earlier, keep your head on a swivel. Yeah, no kidding. I mean, these things, with all this stuff going on, you gotta be looking both ways. You gotta be watching everything, guys. Make sure you're paying attention to some of the news going on. As much as I hate to say that, as much as I hate watching the news, I've been having to pay more attention to it now than ever because I don't know what's going on. But I would like a little bit more than just a moment's notice if things go awry. So, guys, thank you so much for watching the video this morning. Very early coffee rant. It was fun doing it. Fun in the sense of just sitting here chatting with you guys. Sad with all the events going on that are just terrible. But we will continue to update and chat about these things as we go along because I feel like this is very important. Very important to stay prepared. Never give up the fight. Make sure you're stocking up on the things that you can afford, the things that you like. Make sure you're stocking up on foods that you're going to eat. If you're never going to eat rice and dry beans, don't buy rice and dry beans, right? It's just a waste unless you're using it to trade with somebody if something very bad happens. Or coffee. Coffee, that's another thing too I don't like. Coffee's going up in price, guys. Make sure you're stocking up on your coffee. I have been. Anytime I find a sale on coffee, I'm stocking up on it. I know I don't show these things in the videos. Maybe I will at some point. I've been buying coffee, and that's a thing too. Something bad ever happens, coffee'd be great for trade. I know a lot of people on the channel here that don't drink coffee that agree with me. So anyway, guys, thank you so much. Have a great morning. Have a great weekend.